I think that if you depend on the school system to provide all the services you need, especially for something that takes quite a bit of effort to deal with behavior and with autism, I mean, it's just autism. You've got to learn how that person works. If you depend only on the school system, and that's the only point that that child or that teenager is being properly taught how to interact with society, how to manage anger issues. If that's the only point and they go home and it's totally ignored, you are quite literally handicapping that child or that teenager to enter into a productive society. It takes a lot of effort. And I know Rashella's aware of it, and I've touched on it on your show before about being on the spectrum. Definitely high functioning, but definitely on the spectrum. I have my issues, but I also came from a home that was very traumatizing and experienced trauma as a child early on, and so did my sister. And I can tell you that those things linger with you for your whole life. And you literally have to be able to be self-aware constantly of how your brain is working and how it's dealing with situations as you move forward with society. So it does take a lot. And of course, at my age, when I was in school, no one knew any of this. My parents didn't know any of it. And it took a lot of self-education. It took a lot of self-awareness in order to move forward with a lot of those issues. And I think that's what I'm saying is that it's got to be identified. You have to have resources, and it's got to be a partnership. It can't just be, what did they do in school for you? It's got to be, okay, it's supported in school and supported by the family members. And that's what this offers, is education and support for those family members. And that's why, that's why I identify with it so strongly. Why I get very passionate about it is having grown up without that opportunity and becoming an adult with anger issues and trauma issues and having to literally change my life myself, that looking back, I wish someone had recognized it when I was a child. I would have had a more productive life instead of starting later on in life, building a career and a passion for myself.
And you're exactly right, David. It's that saying, right? That analogy, it takes a village to raise a child. And that is exactly right. We can't just depend on the school system to help our children, and it's a partnership. And that's one of the key components, or one of the key messages with any parents that I work with. That's that you have to have a partnership with the school. It can't just be up to them, right? It's all of us. We got to work together. And if we all work together, and this includes community members as well. I see community members who, kids are ditching school and they're just, but they don't say anything. They don't report it. It takes a village. We all got to work together if we want our children, if we want to create a different future for our kids, a promising future for them.